Are you a collector? I know I am. I collect little things like miniature teapots and small little boxes. But the other day, I was invited into a home in Escondido, California that defines what a collector really does. You're about to go back in time to the 1950s and 60s, where Elvis really is in the house. So hold on to your poodle skirts, gals, and slick down those DAs, guys, because we're all about to take a walk on the wild side.
Hi, and welcome to the Heartbreak Hotel here in Escondido, California. This home pays tribute to pop culture and the legends of music and cinema. Let's go inside and take a closer look. We're also going to meet the owner, Andre Villa. Follow me. We are here inside the actual Heartbreak Hotel with the owner, Andre Villa.
I started collecting movie magazines when I was about 10 or 12 years old.
Oh.
I was born in Vista, and I would, with a quarter, I'd be buying magazines whenever I could, and then I just kind of hung on to them, and I have them, quite a few of them, to this day.
That's basically how you started.
So it started with the memorabilia.
Oh, okay, magazines, wow.
And I have a copy of just one of them. I have several down here, but I want to show one, what I had. It was a movie magazine. This one, and they used to cost about a quarter, and that was a lot of money back when I was 10, 12 years old.
Right.
Seeing how James Dean died in 1955, give you an idea how old magazines are. And I have quite a few of these.
Now, why did you focus on Marilyn Monroe, James Dean, Elvis Presley, John Wayne?
I started out, of course, as a James Dean collector, collecting the magazines, and which I kept, and I have them just like the one I showed you there. I have 100 or so of them under glass put away, and then I went to collectibles, as in Coca-Cola. And over the years, built up the collection. And then when I finally moved here and turned this into the Heartbreak Hotel, of course I had a spot for pretty near everything.
It's James Dean.
Yes.
He was the first.
James Dean was the first, and then I just picked, because it was the Heartbreak Hotel, The next icon would be Elvis Presley,
Right.
and then Marilyn,
Of course.
and then
John Wayne.
Along the line, I added John Wayne,
There you go.
and that made up the 3 icons of the Heartbreak Hotel. Collectibles I have on Marilyn Monroe is the Marilyn Monroe, I call it celebrity wines, but these are Marilyn Monroe wines, and quite a collection, and a large display in the living room. These are the overflow, because I had too many. I had to put some over here, and I put it over here because of Marilyn Monroe display over here on this side. I have quite a few. It's packed with Marilyn Monroe, and you can see a couple of other items here, and there's James Dean, really nice original poster from way back, and a half sheet from the movie James Dean, Rebel Without a Cause. Marilyn Monroe's on a tray here, and amongst quite a few different items that are on display of Marilyn. Not only here in this display case, but all through the house.
Discuss a little bit about the life-size statues. Let's talk about the James Dean. I think that one's special. There's only 4 ever made.
Right. That's the James Dean bust there in the living room. This is one of my prized possessions, sculptured by sculptor Kenneth Kendall, and he did 4 of them, and mine was the 4th one, and Ken told me he was too old to sculpture anymore, so I was going to have the last one. That would be number 4. Number 3 is up on a pedestal at the Griffith Park up in Hollywood, at the observatory where the movie Rebel Without a Cause was filmed. And this one here is on permanent display up at the observatory. It's the same, only a different patina. I have the display here on the Marilyn Monroe wine collection that I have, and just earlier I showed you some of the overflow I had from this display. This one is, like I say, I call it the celebrity wine, and they're Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley wine collection, and then different celebrities in there. There's a Jimi Hendrix bottle of wine, Francis Ford Coppola, Frank Sinatra, and a couple of other artists as part of the wine collection. And the 2 displays off to the right and to the left of me are the major displays I have on Elvis Presley over here. As you notice, quite a few different items in here, and more or less fairly well packed in there. But alongside everything else in here, up on the ceilings now, the walls, and then of course the tribute to James Dean is over here, and that has a lot of collectibles in there from way back. Life and Death Mask of James Dean, cars that he drove, car he drove in Rebel Without a Cause, Daniken doll, and a whole lot of different items, as you can see. But again, not only just here, but throughout the house. Like I say, Marilyn, John Wayne, Elvis Presley. This is what you would call my man cave. Is fairly well packed right now. This is a pop art. It's actually a shower curtain of Marilyn Monroe. And, no, it's another guy. It's not an Andy Warhol though, but it is considered pop art. And I can't remember the guy's name, but I just did it to cover the TV, and then I cover it back when I'm not using the TV.
Now tell me about some of the most rare or special posters. I know you collect posters.
Well, I have reproductions, and I have a lot of originals, quite a few from the 1980s, which I don't even have framed up. I have a couple hundred of them folded the way they used to deliver them to the theaters.
Oh, okay.
And I frame up a couple, or whenever I get a chance, I frame them, and I actually have quite a few framed up right now. A couple of James Dean posters and originals, which are very valuable.
Right.
Like I say, in the I collect movie posters, the old Nowhere posters, and a lot of original posters, and then some reproductions, which is part of the collection here at the Heartbreak Hotel.
What were some of the first items that we went through the magazines, but the bigger items that you acquired here at the Heartbreak Hotel?
As time went by, whenever I saw a sculpture or a statue, especially the three icons, Dean, Marilyn, and Elvis, I would collect them, and then I had them in different places around the house, and here recently I've been putting them out in front so that people get a real good look at the statues that I have. And that went along with the icons like in the fast food, like Ronald McDonald.
I see Bob's Big Boy.
Bob's Big Boy.
One of my old favorites. You
And
don't see too many of those around anymore.
Right, and that's why I have them, they can see them out in front now instead of hiding here and back.
That's right. So they just share them with the world. You call your home the Heartbreak Hotel. Has anyone ever thought that it was an actual hotel?
I have had quite a few people stop by here, sometimes late in the evening, looking for a room.
Right.
The neon sign out in front says the Heartbreak Hotel, and people out of curiosity, or I don't know, maybe they even think that it is a hotel, stop by at different times, but many different times.
How have your actual neighbors reacted to the Heartbreak Hotel? What do they think about it?
Well, the neighbors have actually been pretty good.
Yes.
There was some neighbors that were here before I came along, and they kind of, whenever they have relatives show up, they usually bring them down here because they want to show them the Heartbreak Hotel.
Right.
So I haven't had any problems with anybody, the city or actually anybody else.
Yeah. Tell me about the flying pig, shark.
I wanted to change the front a little bit, so I went to a friend of mine who is Ricardo Brasida, and I'll show you here real quick the cover of the book on my friend there, Ricardo Brasida.
Okay. That's
The accidental artist.
Right.
And he is from Durango, Mexico. He's the metal sculptor.
Okay.
And I purchased, and he made some for me,
Wow.
sculptured for me, including the flying pig. I have a shark in front of the swimming pool, and I have a 12.5-foot high metal cactus with a sleeping poncho alongside,
Very cool.
and a donkey, all made by Ricardo Brasida.
Are you ever done changing or adding any?
I'll have to tell you no.
Yes.
I wish I could tell you yes, but no, it's always changing and
Ever changing.
ever changing. You'd have to say, ever changing.
Now, is there an item that that's been on your mind that has just eluded you? Something you might want to go after.
Well, there is
Very
one
special.
item, and almost I forget how many years ago, and my son Andre, who lives in St. Louis, he was out here.
Yes.
We looked at a reproduction 1955 Porsche Spyder, the 550 that James Dean died in. This was a replica of the Spyder that he died in, the racing car
Oh wow.
that he died in as he went to the races in Salinas.
And James Dean is where you started.
Right.
That would be
That was-
insane to get.
That was one item that I wanted,
Right.
and it turned out it was a little bit more money than I had at the time. My son and I were going to go in on it together. We backed out at the last moment, and I wish that we would have went ahead and got it.
That would have been the big.
That would have
topper.
been
the grand finale.
that would have been along with the.
It's still out
James-
there somewhere.
I did buy the James Dean bust though. That's
Oh.
in the living room, and that didn't elude me. I finally got that one.
It's a very awesome home. I've never seen anything like it. I'm intrigued, and it's very nice to meet you. I'm gonna take a little tour.
Marilyn,
Check it
I
out.
appreciate you coming by here today and kind of push this video here.
Yes, this is awesome.
Really
Beautiful place you have.
really made it a even better video.
Oh, thank you.
So I appreciate it. And I'd like to close with a closing remark here, or a couple of them. I would like to mention Larry Hemmel. who died July 17, 2015. He was here at the Heartbreak Hotel in July of 2005 to film a little segment on the Heartbreak Hotel for KFMB TV Channel 8, and a video that is still
YouTube probably.
Yeah, that's right. It's on YouTube.
Right.
And to see the video that Larry Himmel did, you'd punch in the Heartbreak Hotel and Uncle Andre's house on YouTube. Larry Himmel, when he was here, said he was going to come back because I had so many things that he thought he'd have to come back because the video was filming was just a short segment for his Channel 8 evening news.
Right.
And Larry Himmel died. He was a great man, and we enjoyed him here. I would like anyone who sees the video, they would like to come by. You're more than welcome.
Okay. Thank you for having me, and it was a pleasure. And enjoy the rest of your day. And everybody, thanks for watching.
KCV, Public Access Cablevision by Elders, is the longest-running public access television organization in the United States. Founded in 1978, we've been around for over 30 years. We are a nonprofit corporation whose membership consists of senior volunteers aged 50 and over. Our members have produced and presented over 900 award-winning shows of topical interest to the San Diego community. These shows air each week on San Diego's cable networks, Time Warner and Cox. New members have the opportunity to learn all aspects of television production, including the operation of studio equipment, from lighting, camera, and audio positions, to directing and producing. No experience in television is required. Our training program allows anyone to master each of the crew positions with a mentor to help along the way. Each week, members work together as a team to do whatever is required to prepare the studio for a show. Most 30-minute shows are produced within 2 to 3 hours in the Time Warner studio in Mira Mesa. After the show is completed, the crew again works together to put all the equipment away. The tape is then edited and delivered to Time Warner and Cox for airing on their channels.
I so happened to see an ad in the newspaper, and that newspaper said, "Do you want to learn about television?" And lo and behold, this is why we're here today after how many years now?
Would you believe that it's over 20 years that we have been with Pace?
And how many shows have we been involved in altogether?
Well, you're the one who keeps count.
Well, it's in the hundreds, of course, and it's been such a wonderful road for us. So it is the most enlightening opportunity that we've had to grow and to learn at our ages, and this is appropriate for anybody who in a senior stage can now redirect themselves into an entire new modality.
If you'd like to find out more
About joining our group here at PACE TV,
Please go to our website.
www.pace-tv.com.
It is never too late to have fun.
Learning a new skill.
Thanks for tuning in.